I think it's time for racing. Oh, what's that? Oh, it is time for racing. Wow, look at that. Wow. Wow. It is press day, season 3. The RSR World Series is back. It's back. It's back. Welcome absolutely everybody to the RacingSimRigs World Series. Here at Watkins Glen. It is not Brands Hatch, like the bad thumbnail says. You can blame YouTube for that. 8 o'clock in the morning, track length of 5.4 kilometers at an altitude of 480 meters above sea level. Partially cloudy, 12 kilometer northwesterly wind. Track temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, the amateurs are lining up below us. Commentators are coming back for season 3. Myself, Mr. Robert O'Brien, and Craig King. Craig, how are we?
Good evening, Rob. I am so excited. We're back. I don't know why I almost sound like a fangirling there for a moment. But this is one of my favorite things.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's the RSR. I love it. I absolutely love this series. What better way to spend your Wednesday night than, you know, playing iRacing or racing on iRacing and playing the YouTube video from us as well, and it's going to be fantastic once again. And also, one of the things I've really decided to pick up on this season, a new feature for myself is, we were talking about the 26 Celsius or 78 Fahrenheit. How about the humidity? It's 80% humidity out there at the moment. Now that is going to cause a lot of sliding, and of course, at Watkins Glen, you know, it's well, actually, to be fair, it's what, 9:10 in the morning sim time. So you would think to yourself it shouldn't be that humid, but you know, we are in America. We are here in Watkins Glen, New York, so you do expect that, and it's gonna be fun. And also new names, old names, somewhat new cars, because you know we saw a small cameo from the BMW and Lamborghini at the end of last season in season 2. They're back for the full run this time, but the ones I'm really curious about is I saw a McLaren leading the practice timesheets before qualifying.
You did see correctly, by the way. Sean Campbell is in a McLaren.
That's the truth. Yeah, I know. Everyone get shocked. Get shocked.
Shock, horror.
But as Harry Wills is mentioning in the YouTube chat, the strength of field for the pros are 4K. Yeah, we got some really big heavy hitters, and of course one of the big, we don't see them at the moment. We don't see them at the moment because the amateurs are coming out at the moment for their times around. We do not see, where is our champion from last season? Christian Furs is unable to make it for press day, it looks like. I did see him the other day during the Daytona 24, but our champion from last season no longer here. A couple people also moving up to the pros from last season. Harry Wills, he's got a P next to his name. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you drove a boat around you know, Mount Panorama, and you didn't crash on the first lap, I think you deserve it at that point. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, Zakaria Yama is coming around the foot of the corner. Let's just see if we can get a lap with Zakaria. Hopefully he does not crash, touch wood, as he's coming around for his second lap. He hits just about the 200, 250 mark here for the 90. Down into the 90 he goes, and you can use a lot of that run up. Just make sure you don't take that cut into the S's. On cold tires at the start of the race, this is where chaos could happen. We do have safety cars, so up the S's. Don't want to take any of that curb, because it will throw you off. Even that curb there, it's going to throw you off, and down we go up to the straight. And this is where it's a little bit different, because I'm used to a long straight, but break around the 300 mark for the inner loop. Some people call it the bus stop. The correct term, of course, is the inner loop, and then just feather the throttle to the outer loop right here. This lovely, lovely long corner. Throttle down. You got a nice runoff there on the left if you want to use it. Break around where the grass, the tarmac changes for the chute. And here we go to the boot. That's right, the entire foot. Again, using all that. Look at that slide there from Yama. But great control there. Back the 100 mark into the toe. We're at the toe of the boot. A very long blind apex. It's almost like a double apex. You're almost late. Just take so many different lines around there. And up here, you'll see a little speck of dirt in a minute. And that'll be the braking point for the heel. There it is. He breaks down into third. Take as much as you want. You can take that curb in there, but you want to take that curb out there. And then with no name to these corners, we dubbed them the Three Amigos. So here's the first Amigo, which is basically the return to the cup track. In now to the King Court, the second Amigo. Does he brake? A little bit of braking there. Of course, you probably would in a GT3. And then the final Amigo. Brake just at the end of that tyre wall. Around you go. Throttle as early as you can, almost touching that wall. But Yama does it pretty well. He's going to be coming around now to cross the start-finish line with a 1:47.280, and that's not a bad start time. That is not a bad start time. It currently puts him around, what, P6?
It puts him square for P6, actually.
Yeah. I say put it around P6. Oh, no. Definitely P6.
Puts him around P6, maybe. Though the field is a lot more fleshed out with cars now. There's Fezzes, there's Lamborghinis, there's BMWs, there's Audis. Practically the only thing that's not in amateur class is the McLaren.
Oh, that's a shame. Being that McLaren's everywhere else. Well, he's in the pros, so...
Crikey, bit of a power slide from whoever that was behind Henning Hogg. I think that's not Chris Chatterton. I thought it was, but it isn't. A lot of new names in amateur. We also got a few in pro that are also joining, and we got the traditional names back again. We got big ol' OTK, or Oscar Teakover, as a name would suggest. He's part of... You say
OTK. Sorry, you say OTK. It reminds me of one-turn kill in card games. I'm like, what? We've got a one-turn killer? Who's that? Oh, it's Oscar. Okay,
I mean,
no.
he's a one-lap killer. How about that?
A one-lap killer.
He's a killer. Queen got agility.
So, of course, they get 2 laps. Everyone goes out with 2 laps. Andrew Miller's done his 2 laps. Look at that BMW, 149.917. Wouldn't have thought these corners would have suited the BMW a bit. I don't think they're very fast corners for it to go. But then Callum Beaumont in that Lamborghini, that's what I'm expecting. 146.313. Definitely. There's a 2 familiar names, and then a new name for us. Chris Chatterton in the Eclipse Racing Ferrari, a 146.428. Will Egby is back again, 146.455. You'll see a lot of Audis and Lamborghinis. No car swaps, so you've got to pick your car right. And of course, the Lamborghini and the Audi have been quite strong recently in VRS. But when the pros come, we're going to see a lot more, because, like they say, when you race in the lower splits, when it comes to VRS or ESS, people say you could follow the flavor of the week like the top guys do. You could just pick a car you want to race with, and that's what a lot of these guys are doing. But the big boys in their
GT3 toys.
Yeah. So who's the first one in the line? It's Taylor Lane. Taylor Lane for Fiercely Forward Racing. Oh,
In a
that's
Lamborghini.
a name in a Lamborghini, but Fiercely Forward joining the fray. That's going to be fantastic. Christian First says to be back for round 1, of course. Yep, can't wait to see you. But no Raidillon TV car, Christian. Step it up. Imagine having a go at someone not driving the Raidillon TV car.
In the Raidillon TV car, in the beginning, there was the Raidillon. And then that all changed when the TV Nation attacked. Or, well, when I got the name wrong of a corner.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what we do. Come on,
Yeah, that is us to a T. Professionalism.
So I was talking about Taylor Lane. He's the first car out. 20 years sim racing. As of the 8th next month. You know, the 9th next month I'll be 32. So you've been sim racing almost as long as I've been alive. That makes me feel old.
That not only made that made me feel old. I'm gonna be turning 25 on the 7th.
Oh, Mr. 25. You know, God. But no, currently reigning Sim Sticker F3 Academy champion from Season 2 for the SRW League in the IVRA. Like a couple of these drivers, actually. I have noticed the RSR guys of Oscar and Jesse James, who was with us last year, and not last year, last season, and Uthman Alawi, all of them battling in the RSR, not the RSR, sorry, the IVRA Sprint Series. As the RSR guys are, well, they're back, you know. Oscar Coper wants a second rig, doesn't he?
Otherwise known as Team Car Number 55, Team Car Number 55, Team Car Number 55, Team powered by G Performance RSR
Butt
World
Kicker.
Series. Oh yeah, it was Butt Kicker.
Powered by Butt Kicker.
Team Car Number 55, Team powered by Butt Kicker, Car Number 55, Team.
That's how. Okay, I'm looking at the car behind Taylor Lane. It's Casper DeCourt in the number 4 for 5-Star Motorsport. And I've got to be honest, Rob. I know everyone likes to talk bad about the look of this BMW. It's grown on me. It really has grown on me. And I'm loving how the lines of this car is just producing some fantastic team liveries.
Are you loving the wideness? Oh, Her Majesty comes back.
Yes. Hello, Ma. That's
just
JT Armstrong.
I think it was JT Armstrong. Yeah, it is. JT comes back with Ma. You know.
Yeah.
Hi, Ma. You know, bit nippy to be doing some racing, but you know, you do
nippy.
you.
It's only 26 Celsius, Ma. Be careful. Be careful out there.
Yeah, careful on the acceleration, Ma. You know.
Yeah, that Audi is very powerful, especially with Project Dynamic. Got to be careful because Project Dynamic are known to flip, as we know from Louis Eckerson, who his teammate right in front of him. He's driving a Lamborghini, and does he have the slogan he had on his car last season? He does not. No, Louis Eckerson, our prime flipper.
I think Gravity decided that it didn't like him in a different way. Lateral G-force way.
Some information from James Armstrong. They've given us some really nice information, most of all the drivers. Did you know James Armstrong has beaten Roman Grosjean twice?
Really?
He claims he has beaten Roman Grosjean twice. Now,
on
that's the
track
same as
or...
me. Okay, I was gonna say that's the same as me claiming I beat 2 NASCAR pros at Charlotte Roval, because they both crashed out. But technically, I beat pro drivers.
It is kind of cheating.
No. You see what I mean? So, come on. Anyway,
it's still cheating.
It's not cheating. They're taking their first laps. Oh, who's that? That's Chris Daines has had a spin. What's happened to Chris Daines? It looks like he's lost it coming out of the toe. Oh, the car just twitched a bit. He caught the grass and he spun around, and yeah, he's gonna do a second lap. He did not hit the wall, thank goodness. But
Sean D. Campbell has already smashed pole position. He is now going with a 145.882. Jan Bull, 146.169. Mustafa Mezraoui with a 146.198. Thomas Axe with a 1:45.862, 0.02 of a second faster. So the lap times are coming in thick and fast for the pros.
Ooh, who's that just had a go off? Sorry, that's Milan Tikins. That is Milan Tikins. He's had a moment on the S's on his first lap. Did he keep it out the wall? Oh, the car did not like it. The car did not like. What a save! No, he did touch the wall. Oh, only just, but what a save! And he managed to keep it out as Thomas was coming around for his second lap. I don't know if that held him up. I think Mustafa Mazari also had some issues there. He's currently P6 overall, but I think that would be P5 for the pros. As they're still on that time from Andrew Miller, though, it's still really tested because with only three pro drivers that's been able to beat it.
By the way, that Tokyo drift that that's already going in the books as very well done Tokyo drift. Unfortunately, this isn't Formula D, so he can't gain brownie points for that.
Ah, why not?
Because this ain't Formula D.
Casper Court finishes his lap. He did a 1:46.216, but it's Sean Campbell back in the lead, 1:45.639. So we got a couple of drivers that could beat him. What about Josh Falkers? Josh Falkers is going to cross the line shortly. I don't know what he's going to do. It's an invalid lap time. Thomas Axe is coming around the corner now. Can he find 2/10 to beat Sean Campbell? He can. He finds 3. It's a 1:45.560. Copa's got a couple now. Copa, reigning champion. What can he do? Oh, he goes. Oh, no, he doesn't. I thought he was going to go off there for a moment in the second Amigo. He's coming around the final Amigo. He came close to battling with Josh Thompson earlier this week, but this is the race he would want to come on pole. It's a 1:46.6. It's not good enough. He will start P3. I think that is everybody.
That is indeed. Yeah, that is everybody. Everybody has done their laps. So let's get them quali results up on your screens.
Let's get the quali results. On a quick reminder, you will see the green numbers are the pros, the orange, the yellow numbers are the amateurs, but they will come to a new session where the pros and the amateurs get split. But this is the qualifying for themselves. So Thomas Axe, as you see, pole for the pros, a 1:45.560. Then Sean Campbell, a 1:45.639. Oscar Copa, a 1:45.916. Andrew Miller blows out the entirety of the amateur field and takes pole in the amateurs with 1:45.917. Let's get back to the pros, though. Mustafa Mezari, a 1:46.025, and James Armstrong. Well done. 1:46.108. Jambo, 1:46.123, and then Casper de Court, a 1:46.216. Josh Falkers with a 1:46.285, and then here comes the other amateurs. Callum Beaumont in a Lamborghini, a 1:46.313. Then Chris Chatterton, a 1:46.428. Will Egby in 1:46.455, and Ted Bradbury, 1:46.492. Then Harry Wills moving up to the pros, a 1:46.647, and Chris Wally, a 1:46.682. Josh Rayfield goes 1:46.705. Leiden Lee, a 1:46.722. Louis Eggerson keeps it on four wheels with a 1:46.755, and Julian Bell, a 1:46.860. Stefan Slasher, with no practice after he had internet issues, a 1:46.965, sorry. Into the 47s with Chris Hamer, 1:47.077. Hakon Eldi Limon. I apologize. We will get that corrected.
Linmo,
a 1:47.113, and Thomas Dandridge, a 1:47.125. Mark Bailey, a 1:47.157, and Zachary Yama, who we watched that lap, a 1:47.280. Then Daniel Merchant with 1:47.409. Eero Solman, 1:47.415, and David Meakin, a 1:47.518. Henning Hage with a 1:47.528, and Levi Johnson at 1:47.620. Liam Ahern returns, but a 1:47.649 in qualifying, and Mark Fleming a 1:47.754. Then Ben Smith a 1:47.925, and into the 48s quickly with Dean Timms, 1:48.043. Simon Dodd a 1:48.252. Taylor Lane a 1:48.466. John Williams a 1:48.555, and Chris Danes, it records a 2:54.683, as his car had to cross the start-finish line as he came out the pits, so it gives him technically a lap time, but after that spin, he did not set a lap.
You could say it all went topsy-turvy for him.
No,
I'll see myself out.
you see yourself out.
Yeah, I'll grab the coat. I'll pay the tip anyway.
Yeah. Oh, are you paying, or do I have to pay?
Well, just put it on your credit card and then I'll pay for it. How about that?
I'm gonna get it this time, aren't I?
Maybe. I do have something to discuss, by the way. For the last week and a half, my poor SteelSeries Rival 600 died. Well, it was still alive. It was still alive, but left mouse button didn't work. So I've been using my thumb as left mouse button for the last week and a half, and muscle memory had already started to kick in. So today, notice my surprise when instead of actually, clicking my mouse, I was using my thumb to articulate what was my bound mouse, because the Rival 600 has customizable macro keys. And I was continuously pressing my push button for Discord. So I was just like, what's going on? Why is my left mouse button not working?
I mean, I thought my issue was bad this week. By the way, we're just waiting for the second session to go up, as they're now setting up the first race. No, my issue was I got onto my computer and Discord was like, you need to log in. I'm like, okay, why? And basically, like, for some reason, Discord just had a sweep. So everything was gone. I had to go through every channel, make sure that everything was muted that I want muted, make sure that anything that I had to click yes for was clicked yes again. And then it was only tonight I realized it removed all my keybinds, so I no longer have a mute button on Discord for my mouse, and also that means my wheel when I go racing. That's giving me an issue. And then I thought I'll do some racing at Daytona, and loaded up caps. Hang on, that's not my layout. Something happened. Even my caps layout was removed, and I'm like, what? But I need that,
You could say caps got capped.
I wish there was mono racing to talk about. Thankfully, there is.
the one piece that I wanted to talk about was basically was the problem of the fact that, well, where's Formula One? Where's Formula One at? Where's Formula One at?
Where is Formula One at? Formula One is currently missing.
Yeah, it is away from keyboard, as most people would know. The starting race of Australia has been postponed, not cancelled. I think they wanted they wanted to make that very clear. It has not been cancelled. It has merely been postponed due to current world events. So that's it was kind of not surprising. It wasn't surprising at all. Kind of expected, given the fact that several of the races before had been plagued with sporadic sickness of the human virus. But main thing to take away is, I think, what is if it currently sits as it is, what is the starting race for season
Bahrain?
21? Bahrain, yeah.
And also, Bahrain is going to be used as the winter testing site, which is another thing I wanted to talk about, because did you know Barcelona's having a facelift?
iRacing, I think, picked a bad time to Scanias.
Well, no, hang on, because the way I understood it when I heard they were going to be doing changes was that what was going to happen was La Caixa, which is the big corner at the end, is, not the end, sorry, at the middle, is going to basically almost revert to what is the historic version, which is the longer straight,
which is the much better layout. Oh,
which is the much
God.
better layout without without the chicane, but also it's got that longer straight in the middle that gives you a better wide sweeping left turn. Well, they basically just removed everything and just put the historic in a different place. So it's kind of like in the middle where the two were, which is the GP hairpin and the historic hairpin. But I think it's mainly done for safety grounds, mainly MotoGP safety grounds, because then you've got proper runoff. You've got a longer runoff, especially on a corner like that. So that's good, but also it means you get rid of that horrible little kink before you go up the hill, and it's like, thank you. Thank you. Or
It's
if they
like,
would stay, yeah.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. The world is just opening up with so many possibilities.
Right, I have to make sure I join the right session.
It is currently unavailable.
No, it's here. I see it, but I have
yeah.
to make sure I join the right one. And I think that's the right one. Yes, it is.
Yes.
So, no, that's
I know why
I
know why it was unavailable, because I was still in the original session.
Yeah. So that's what's happening with F1 shortly. Yeah, Barcelona will be back. Australia
Daytona. It's this week.
No, Daytona is this week, and also I hear that for those interested, the BOP will be announced later today.
The BOP, the BOP is affectionately known as the thing that killed Audi. No wait, no.
Hey,
no wait.
The thing that killed Toyota.
The thing that killed Toyota, and then Aston Martin at the Le Mans.
Oh, Ford. Don't we get Ford
and Ford. Basically anything that wasn't a Ferrari.
I just remember, like, a few years ago, all I heard about when watching the GTE race was and Porsche's doing well, but Porsche's only doing well because of Ford. And they're like, well, we've talked to the Ford driver, and they're saying it's a shame that their race has been destroyed by the BOP, and it's like that. So, Greg West was saying that he was the staff of iRacing was saying he was keeping eyes on what the BOP's going to be for the Daytona 24. Yeah, maybe Greg's just looking to see if they've done a better job, because the iRacing Daytona 24, once the server issues got out, once the server issues were done, I thought the BOP was very good for the Daytona 24.
For the special events, I think they usually get it right. At least
it's great
most of the time.
And
it just depends.
I can't believe I did not get the staff award. I mean, it would have been because I actually had the honor of racing against Greg.
Okay,
Greg,
no,
Kevin.
Hang on a minute. You didn't do something that I wanted you to do. What was the thing that I wanted you to do more than anything else in the world?
So Tanner McCulloch was racing for the staff team, and the only thing I was told to ask was, "Hey Tanner, how's Raidillon?"
So Tanner, how's Raidillon?
It's the famous saying. Unfortunately, I didn't get time. I was too busy racing but I did see Tanner, and I noticed he was racing, and I was so excited. And the first time he got by me, I didn't see it because I got pushed off the track by a GTE. Accident. It wasn't, total accident. He just lost it on the braking when overtaking me. That's fine. And then the second time, I just flashed him like no tomorrow. And then when he got past me the next time, he did swerve in front of me once he got by me. And I'm pretty sure that was him saying hello. But Tanner, if you're watching, how's Raidillon?
So Tanner, sorry, how's Raidillon?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob.
You've done something sacrilegious.
There's Tanner, who gave us the origins of Raidillon TV, and I don't say the line. I mean,
you failed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You failed me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, no, that is Raidillon TV. If you've never watched us before, if it's your first time watching us, thank you. Please hit that like button and the thumbs up. Underneath the video is links to our Discord and links to trackcams22.com, who provide the cameras for us. There's also a link to our PayPal and the Super Chat. If you've never watched us, we do the RSR World Series. We are also the home of the Major Series European Sportsman Split, but also every Friday at 19.
Apparently, now I don't want to be biased towards ourselves, but apparently we were very entertaining, so...
Well, we're always entertaining, especially every Friday night at 1900 GMT. We provide the European Sprint Series, which this week, if you want chaos... Now, I'm not saying this because I'm saying, oh, they're all bad. No. Last time we did this race, it was. This Friday, European Sprint Series at the Nordschleife combined. That promises to be very interesting. Everyone knows Nordschleife provides some very interesting racing and some close racing. Really do love seeing it. And then also every Sunday at 1945 GMT is the Huskenveld GT Challenge. And, you know, I cannot remember where they are this week. I know that sounds really bad of me.
The Huskenveld.
We're doing it like that, are we?
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
Okay, well, fine. I can tell you that it's Spa, by the way. I can tell you that this week is Spa, and I can always hype up the Huskenveld GT Challenge because it's it's the prize, isn't it? You know, Huskenveld putting up a sprint pedals to whoever competes and finishes a race. You get put one raffle ticket for every race you complete in the series. So participation this season for the GT1s and GT2 Ford has been fantastic. But that's Huskenveld. That's another series. This is the RacingSimRigs World Series, provider of some high-quality sim rigs. Which, by the way, the winner of Amateur and the winner of Pro do win a sim rig, one of the top-of-the-line sim rigs from RacingSimRigs. And they are fantastic. You can get them powder coated in any color you want. You can get them customized to your liking. The seat as well. They do it all. They do on hand, and they are, of course, they're British. You've always, well, for myself, not Rob there, but myself, you've always got to support the local company, the local business.
They're British. They're British.
Well, mate, they're British, innit?
In it, Gov.
So, there's 2 minutes to go.
Do you have your British license?
Oh,
I can feel just the sheer just like what are you doing to me? Why do you do this?
Right. Okay. We've gone away from the morning time. It's now 12:08 p.m. So that's 8 past noon. Sorry. Puts the track temperature up to 35 Celsius, 95 Fahrenheit. Humidity has dropped to 50%. So that means we're going to get, well, 50%. That's a really good number. That's good what you see a lot on iRacing. So the grip will be there in the tyres. It's just the heat you've got to worry about. But the heat is something you always have to deal with when it comes to Watkins Glen. So that is something they will be feeling. Expect some spins, but you won't get that slippiness with the high humidity. And also that track temperature will fluctuate during the race, but it's going to be a midday start, a minute to go. I'm not sure what to expect when it comes to the cars because we've got a McLaren at the pole, we've got a couple BMWs just mixing around in the amateurs, and we've got the those pesky Audis or Lamborghinis just
they're not pesky.
Well, the Audi and the Lamborghini's like brothers, aren't they? Let's be brutally honest. They're practically the same thing.
One's way cooler, though.
If you say the Lamborghini's cooler than the Audi, we're going to have a breakup on the stream.
I swear. The Audi... How can you say that the Audi is cooler than the Lamborghini? The Lamborghini looks like that it's got guns and missiles coming out of it. It's every boy's dream
see
to own
you later,
one of
everybody.
these.
I'm done. See ya. Bye. Bye.
He's actually walked out of this room.
I walked up and thought I'll walk out my door and slam the door behind me. No, at the last second I thought, no, I'm going to shut the door on me, and then I almost fell over.
How?
Oh dear.
This is what I have to deal with. A calamity.
What do I have to deal with? Look, Mr.
Me.
Oh, a Lamborghini's better than an Audi.
It is.
Really?
It is.
And you drive an Audi R18. You drive the tractor. And you call, no, you've got to have your allegiances. Don't make me get Stephen
I
Bailey
can
here.
I can have an allegiance to a car.
No, don't make me get Stephen Bailey in here. I will. That's all you have to say to shut him up. Right, it's a full possession. It's a full pace lap. I forgot it's a full pace lap.
The original. The OG.
Sorry, I'm still laughing.
You're just laughing at your own joke now at this stage. Like you're so pleased with yourself that you managed to get that joke out.
I am so. Oh dear. Only the best for press day. Only the best for press day.
This is what we normally do on a press day. We see the racing, we're just like, that's nice. Jokes though.
Can I just business? Can I just say, is that preview written across the Neon Racing Team's livery?
Which car?
Sean Campbell. Is that preview written all across the livery? Or is it just me?
Let's go have a look, shall we? Let's see now.
Is it my cats? No, that's true. It's got preview written all over it.
Somebody from the Neon Racing Team. Why do you have preview I can see it there. Preview written all over your car?
I can't
Oh god. Okay. By the way, seeing as this is a press day, I can go ahead and go inside the car of Campbell, number 26. Oh, he's got the Nicolas Cage. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. I actually feel ill.
Oh.
And we weren't joking, by the way, that when we said Ma is with us. Ma's indeed with us. I mean, she's looking young as ever, to be fair now. Though I would like to point out there's something very off about that car. Do you see where the shoulders are in comparison to the car?
Oh my word.
That is something I haven't noticed before. Is that something that's wrong?
Yeah, I might be the car. Might be a Lamborghini thing.
Couldn't be though. It's not a Lamborghini he's driving. It's an R8.
Oh, I've never seen it before then.
The Lamborghini, I don't think has the same issue. By the way, Louis Egerton, welcome back. Thank you for coming out. Taylor Lane, thanks you for coming back. Glad to see you. So, leading them around, it is going to be 20... Oh, it's going to be 19 pros. What's 19 minus 40? Oh, it's 43 minus 19. That's going to be... 20...
About 24? 24, 25, yeah.
19 pros, 24 amateurs are taking the grid today. And they're giving themselves and they're giving each other a nice clean break. They're going to need it around Watkins. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. I'll be taking you away for the start of this race as Thomas Axe of RSR comes around the second amigo with a Sean Campbell on his left-hand side. Thomas Axe, the car number 12, will be leading you away from the start zone. This is how it is. Axe, Campbell, Coper, Mazzari, Armstrong, Bull, Court, Falcus, Wills and Wally. Pace cars off. It is now time to get cracking as they come up to the start zone. And off they go. The start zone is away as we go for press day here at Watkins Glen. There's going to be plenty of cars in the background. That's going to be a gaggle of cars in the background looking to see if they can make a fit. The 42 of Josh Falcus unfortunately getting shuffled out of place. He tried making a move on the outside going through the first corner, but he didn't make it around. It's the look of the draw, unfortunately, for these cars as they come up a hill very nice and tighty. Louis Egerton is chasing down Chris Wally as he's also looking at the back of Harry Wills coming up the hill as they come down to the bus stop. Do they make it through on the inside? He doesn't. He is actually trying to back off. Keep on. No, he's actually going in on the inside of Harry Wills coming into the bus stop. Harry Wills is going around the outside. Louis Egerton is there, but Louis Egerton is having to shuffle around. He's still going side by side, coming through the bus stop, going into the outer loop. Going through the outer loop on the inside is Louis Egerton. Harry Wills on the outside. Does he hold it? He does.
Brilliant move, brilliant move. Meanwhile, in the amateurs, there's not been much going on. But Callum Beaumont just went side by side with, I believe that was Will Egby going into the bus stop. There was contact, and then that puts him back down the field a little bit. Not a good start there, but at the moment, the amateurs at the front still leading the way. Andrew Miller has pulled a second away from Ted Bradbury, who's moved up a couple spaces with Will Egby right behind in that Audi. So that BMW's going to hold off a small gaggle of, but we got Chris Wally off though. While we're talking about that, Chris Wally has massive damage, and it looks like he's just got touched on the inside.
3 cars. That's Chris Daines, Milan Tikins, and as you mentioned before, poor Wally. What's gone wrong with these drivers is they came up to the end of the boot. Oh, everybody was looking to... Oh, it was a bit ropey, position-wise. Oh, there was a car going off. That was a Ferrari, the car number 14 of Chris Wally. He went around and said, oh! I just literally...
Wow.
I literally
looks like a bit of late moving.
Let's have a look at this.
Very interesting move. Yeah, very interesting.
Oh, no, the car number 37. The car number 37 hit one of them in the rear. Who was the car 37? Unless I'm getting that... Oh, Jesse Jones, he hit the rear end. And unfortunately, Chris Daines, there's not much he can do. By the way, car number 14, Chris Wally, unfortunately having to... Well, he held his brakes like a champ, but he had to hold his brakes for the entirety of amateur. So he's not doing too well. Julian Bell is off as well. That's front end damage going into the bus stop. I'm pretty sure he just had a bit of a ropey moment going in. Yeah. Oh no, and the car punishes you, and the tire
BMW,
wall
yeah,
claims
BMW,
another victim.
It really punishes you, that BMW. It does not like it. It gets a bit upset coming around some of the corners. It's as we it does not like it. If you make a small adjustment, you get tapped a little bit. The car does decide to unsettle itself. Remember, the BMW got the engine in the front, so I'm surprised that engine hasn't gone poof, being it lost the bonnet. Still very good there, but we'll keep looking at the front. Oscar Coper does have that P2 from Sean Campbell, and Campbell for Neon trying to claw it back. It is the fastest car that is not an Audi at the moment, is Sean Campbell's McLaren. He's doing fantastic. The flames are pumping out the back of that car. He is on the back of Coper. The gap is 0.2. What did he do last lap? A 47.1 versus a 47.2. Coper there with the advantage coming around the 90. Oh, look how wide Coper's gone. That's probably too wide, because look how close Campbell is right now. Now, he can't go too aggressive. He'll get to the bumper too early, if you ask me, when it comes to the S's. Why do I say that? Because that means Campbell has to lift a little bit. He is going to have to lift, but now Coper knows he's on the defense. But he should know that Campbell can't really make a late move here. So Coper's going to swing back. Campbell thought about it, but decided it's too late. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. But meanwhile, while these two are going like this, they are catching to the back of Thomas Axe. So they are catching that Audi out in front. Coper really showing off the speed. But look at that exit speed at the corner to Sean Campbell. Can he do it through the chute? It'd be a late move. He cannot. But while these two are battling, James Armstrong is saying, I want some.
Ma is coming. She is coming to punish anybody who transgresses against the crown, or otherwise known as anybody who decides to battle for too long. I mean, I made that work though. I made that work. Ma's coming.
Nice one. Nice.
Stand out of the way of Her Highness, because she takes no prisoners. Very close to the grass on the inside. They do have to go very sort of. They have to be very minute with the wheelness, because currently when they're going around these corners, like even on board, it looks like they're actually on the grass, but no, they're just very right beside the grass. They're going as close as they can without the tires just touching it, and then becoming the inverse of what tires should be.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just looking as well, because we do remember that we've got all these cars. There's a nice little battle in the amateurs, nice gaggle forming in the amateurs. Meanwhile, at the front of the amateurs, you've got Will Egby and Andrew Miller. Miller's pulled a 3-second lead over Egby, and Egby's just continued to go. But there's a nice little gaggle here. That's Chris Chatterton, Lyden Lee, Ted Bradbury, Josh Rayfield, and that's Chris Hamer as well. These cars, Chris Hamer is just a little bit off the train. but the rest in a nice little train. I think that's looking around the top 5 for the amateurs, so looking really good as Rayfield, I forgot to touch the wood, gets an off track as he goes a little bit too far. And if that teammate trying to go side by side, Lee and Bradbury going to go side by side up the S's. Bradbury's going to go around the outside and makes it stick as Lee goes a little bit wide. Bradbury will take that position. Lee's now under attack from Josh Rayfield in the Project Dynamic car. Rayfield has not been able to do anything as Lee is there, so it's a nice little train here. So we got that train at the front of the pros, just in the midfield of the amateurs. We've got this nice train going as well.
Crikey, it's close. No, that's Taylor Lane. He's gone off. Oh no, what a shame. Oh, I mean, he Tokyo drifted, but the Tokyo. No, he didn't. Oh.
Yeah, and that is quite a lot of damage to the front of that car, actually. Go on.
The car was just basically crumpled.
And I think he's struggling. I do not know if he's got any steering damage. No steering damage, but he is just...
That's Oscar T. going wide, coming out of the final Amigo. That is going to be prime time for Sean D. Campbell to make a move. They're going side by side, going into the pit straight. Side by side, that's going to be Sean D. Campbell on the outside. Oscar T. Cooper on the inside as they come into the first corner, the 90. Oh, crikey, they're still side by side, just getting an edge, bumper to bumper, as Oscar T. Cooper leads him up the hill. Oscar Cooper was able to lead him on the inside. Coming up the hill will be Campbell's time to strike. Cooper's wheels are going to be absolutely nuclear after that slide, and Oscar knows it. Oscar's going to be absolutely trying to defend it. He's going on the inside. Defensive mood on the inside, coming up towards the bus stop. He resumes the line. Campbell does not attack.
Campbell's got no way to attack there, especially when Cooper's taking that inside line, then moving to the middle of the track. Cooper knows what to do when it comes to defense. He goes to that middle, does just what he does, but he's drawing a little bit wider there out of the outer loop into the chute, but Campbell, he gets too close in too wrong of a place. But Cooper again with a slide, he's over pushing, and Campbell has got that move. A little bit of overlap, but Campbell will be on the outside. He can't make it. Can he go over under? Cooper is sliding that Audi at the moment, and Campbell just looks so planted. Now Cooper has to go for more defense. This is so many inside lines from Cooper. I don't know how many more he can do it. While they're doing this, Armstrong's right on the back of Campbell, licking his lips right now. I can hear that engine of Armstrong right behind Campbell. And now DeCourt's getting caught up. Mustafa's going to get caught up in this. Cooper is struggling. He is struggling right now because there are so many slides. What can he do? I mean, right behind, though, these two are having a battle. We can't ignore the fact that DeCourt in that 5-star motorsport BMW is battling James Armstrong. There's going to be somebody trying to make a move at the 90 here. Who will it be? Will it be DeCourt or will it be Campbell?
That is the question, because Oscar Cooper, he's lost the back end. He's not got slipstream advantage anymore. And with that 2 slides, his tyres must be under a blitz of heat, because... I mean, you do it once and you kind of can get away with it, but if you do it twice, definitely something.
And not to mention, the track temperature's gone up. It's now 37 Celsius, 99 Fahrenheit. So it's gone up by about 3 Fahrenheit and gone up by a Celsius. Oh, here's Casper DeCourt. He wants to make the move, but that's 2 moves from Armstrong. I'm not entirely sure. Armstrong goes with the defense there, just hold him off. Campbell is well.
Oh, that's a sliding R8.
Ooh, the sliding R8, and DeCourt has to make a break in. Here comes Mazari. Right behind him, the Unicost Gaming Audi there is catching up here. So this is fantastic. They cannot get around. They're trying everything they can to get around the cars, and it's unable to. Look, Cooper. Yeah, Cooper, he sold the dummy. There's no room there for Campbell. Cooper played that fantastic. He stole the dummy at the last moment, and Campbell had nowhere to go. These two battle. Armstrong with that slide means that the rest of the guys have just bunched up in a different group. This is fantastic. We haven't even looked at the amateurs. We're sorry, amateurs. This is just so much fun.
That is Oscar T. Cooper versus Sean Campbell. Sean Campbell, all he has to do is continue to push and prod Oscar's buttons, because he's shown Oscar is fallible to a slide. He's fallible. He is not immune. And his tires, if he continues to push Oscar to nuke his tires, that will play into Campbell's hands. Campbell's is much nicer, much more flat. The car is sitting very nicely on the ground. Unfortunately, that is Josh Rayfield in the pits. He's told about a minute ago. Unfortunately, he had an accidente. Sorry, why did I say it like that?
Why did you say accidente? First it's the French, then the Spanish. Julian Bell, I think, also had a moment. He is in the pits as well, as is Chris Dane. And Taylor Lane retired the car for the first race of the night. These cars are a little bit too far away at the moment, so I don't think there's anything going on. Ben Smith's fallen down the order, though, in the amateurs. I'm just trying to have a look at the amateurs. We haven't looked at a lot of them. Andrew Miller's still in the lead by 2 seconds. Will Egby taking P2. He's 2 seconds ahead of Callum Beaumont in P3.
Henning Haag. Unfortunately, I think he got a slowdown, so he's lost 3 positions. What to do with the 4th there? If David Meekin wants to take a slice of that 31st overall pie. They're both in the same
Rob,
car.
hang on 1 second. Sorry to interrupt, because Campbell had a run and Copper's had to go and make a move. Campbell's trying to sell a dummy right now to Copa, and he can't make it, but Copa's broke too early. Campbell late, side by side into the hill. Campbell backs off. Now what about the first Amigo? Does Campbell sold the dummy? Oh, Copa makes a braking move there. Campbell cannot find a way around Copa. Again, second Amigo. No,
say no.
No, senor. Amigo Trez. No, senor. Again, here we go again. Copa, Campbell, Armstrong, the court. The band's back together. It's not the Beatles. It's an Audi, a McLaren, an Audi, and a BMW. What do we call that? We just call that a big, I don't know. Yeah, I've run out of ways to describe that. But the problem with Campbell right now is if he cannot get to the back of Copa, Armstrong will look to go to the back, and he might make a move. And the question then comes, will Armstrong be different when it comes to Copa? If he gets by Campbell, can he be that aggressor? Look at this, they're all taking different lines here. Now, Campbell has to defend while trying to sell a move against Copa. Oi, 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 now everybody's going to get bunched up. Everybody in. Come on, everybody in.
This is great news for Thomas Axe, by the way. He's just out there in his own little world, as he's putting in 5/10 on everybody else at the moment. Oh my goodness gracious. Coper's struggling. This is not usual for him. He's absolutely struggling out there. He's struggling for grip, and he's struggling to keep one Sean Campbell in a car. Every single person. Oh, no! Outside. Does he? He has. Oscar Cobra's had to keep it tucked in as they go around the boost, the main straight of the boot, side by side, going down towards the heel or the toe. Which one is it? I'm gonna go with the toe.
The heel. But Campbell can't make it work around the outside. Makes that move around the outside at the toe work. Could not make it at the hill. We're back to reset. But now Misery, is back there with them. Armstrong wants to make a move. He can't make a move in the second Amigo. Casper de Court, they're all bunched up right now. And in fact, you know what? Let's bring another in. Let's bring the Huskenveld Racing Jan Bold there. Why not? 6 cars. There's 5 cars, but Jan will make it 6. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copa's got a train. And it's a pain train at the moment at Watkins Glen. Who is gonna blink first? And I don't mean iRacing blink. I literally mean make a mistake as Copa goes wide again out of the 90. Does Campbell have a way to do this? What can Copa do? I mean, even at the same time, watch. Campbell has to defend against Armstrong. Copa has to defend against Campbell. Armstrong has to defend against the court. And Mustafa's just there with a gin in his hands.
Oh, crikey, side by side, a little bit of touch going through, and that is Casper the Core going around the outside, on the inside. James Armstrong, keeping it on the inside, keeping it nice and tight. Well done. Oh, crikey, oh my goodness gracious, that's so close. As they come into the... Oh, dear.
Are you okay there, Rob? Down into the chute. I'll tell you what. How none of these guys have hit each other is beyond me at the moment. This is beautiful racing. Fantastic. Now, what can Campbell do? He knows he can't make it work around the outside of the hill. He knows he has to sell the dummy. Does he sell it? Late? No, he can't do it. He can't do it. The moment he pulls out, it's too late. But it's not too late for Armstrong. The court tried to make the move around the outside. They are too wide going into the first Amigo. Did the court make that around the outside of the heel? I think he did. What a move from the BMW of the court. They have lost a little bit of time to Campbell, but that doesn't matter. The court's up to 4th. Armstrong's on the struggle now for misery, but at the same time now Casper's in the hot seat. Now he's got cars behind him. What a move! What a move!
Sean Campbell, Oscar Coper are now in their own little bubble of about a second, so they have time to do battle once again. Mano a mano, car to car. Audi versus McLaren. That's quite a bit older. But we'll gloss over that. I wonder if they wrote preview on the fact that this is going to be a preview of how good Sean is going to push Oscar.
I'm amazed how quick this McLaren is today. It's just driving really well. I'm really looking forward to it. And I've got to say, we do have some other battles going on down the field. Don't just think this is the only battle going on. Jesse Jones in a battle with Harry Wills, and he's got Louis Eggleston behind. They're in a gaggle of 3 for 9th, 10th, and 11th, as Wills had a bit of a slide coming out of the inner loop. Jesse Jones looks like he may make that move. So did not qualify, but is here, so he might make a move. The amateurs is also heating up as well. Callum Beaumont is now on the back of Will Egby. That's a P2 and P3. That's an Audi of Egby versus the Lamborghini of Beaumont. There are battles but then you just keep your eyes on this battle between Campbell and Coper has to make another defense. How much more? Wow. Sorry. Yeah.
Like this is probably the most that Oscar's been pushed in a race before. Like, you can see on Campbell's onboard, we're looking at him right now on his onboard, he's much flasher than Oscar is. I feel Oscar is just, he's either cooked his tires or his nerves have been shot, and now he's just trying to drive the socks off that thing. But Campbell's just like, hey buddy, I'm right here.
I'm right here. Track temperature's gone up to 38 Celsius. That means we are at the 3-figure mark, 100 Fahrenheit. Humidity's dropped to 48%, but that's not the figure they need to care about at the moment. This track keeps getting hotter. It's like you've just turned up the wick on your oven. And Sean, it doesn't bother him. He could be driving in 45 Celsius right now. He'd be fine. He is as cool as a cucumber. As Coper, he's just making Coper sweat. And look at how much speed Campbell's able to use out of that inner loop, out of that bus stop. Just so much more. And you can see now he's setting himself up for the outside of the chute. Is this an over-under? He tries, but there's Coper. So that means he can't get the inside when it comes to the toe, which means he has to try around the outside again. If he gets a really good line, he's side by side at the moment.
He's still there. Hold your line. Clear.
What more can he do? Where can he go?
Just keep pressurizing Coper. Wait for him to crack. He's already slid twice in one lap. That's twice more than I've ever seen the man slide under severe pressure. And all he needs to do, remember, he has preview written on it, so if Campbell keeps this up, he can basically just, oh, my games is absolutely being played. That is Coper having another slide through the second Amigo. He's gone wide through the third. Not going to be able to convert it into an attack, but Sean can just basically say right now at this stage, hey, this is a preview of what's going to happen.
Get ready. Get ready for 10 weeks of seeing this in your rear mirror. By the way, Jesse Jones just went purple while also overtaking Harry Wills that last lap with 1:46.8. These guys at the front aren't even doing that time. That's how much they've been under pressure. Campbell, does he? Does he not? Can he? Can't he? Well, the answer to that is, we don't know. Just continues to make it, but behind them, side by side, Casper DeCourt and James Armstrong. And Casper continues to hold on to that, but Armstrong wants to get in the inside there at the end of the outer loop, but he cannot.
He can't make it side by side though. You see, if he had made it side by side in that inner loop, that would have been prime. No!
And that is the quarter off. I think Armstrong just got caught out with braking there. And yeah. Wow,
Ooh.
different braking speeds and just went to the back. Totally accidental. And unfortunately, where is the court now? He's gone all the way down. He's managed to keep that car going in 8th position.
I think there was a lot of netcode there, if I can be honest.
Probably is, but he's not out of the race per se. Armstrong now has to battle with somebody else. He's now got Mesery right behind him as Sean Campbell continues to lose. Well, how about that battle in the amateurs, Rob? You know, Caleb Beaumont, Will Egby, and Ted Bradbury. How about that battle going on? Well, I don't, you know, pretty close, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, we've been talking about the pros for like the last 20 minutes. Let's actually give the amateurs some room. Will Egby, by the way, oh my goodness gracious, that is one not very happy car. He's had a few dents coming through the second amigo, so he's being led away by Callum Beaumont, who's in second place. And by the way, Miller out here just, yeah, he's on cruise control, having a nice time in his BMW M4 GT3. And then you can see his teammate, Midland Sim Racing teammate, leading the second place ahead of Will Egby. Will Egby under threat from Ted Bradbury. Bradbury is, he might be sweeping a bit too much. I think he needs to just wait until the very last.
That car is sliding.
Yeah.
That car is sliding, and in fact, Chatterton's going to try and make it too wide up the S's. A little bit dangerous, but I mean, Chatterton's got it. There was not a lot of speed, exit speed there from Bradbury. There's side by side going up the S's. The inside does belong to Chatterton. This should be Chris's position. He's going to lose the overlap as they come to the breaking point of the bus stop. Chris is going to make sure he does not block, and he gets it. He gets a little bit of an off track there, but he does take that position. He's backing on. No! Egby! He had a moment there.
Poor Egby. He
and
just
Egby's
lost
out
it.
of P3. Out of P3 to these two, sorry. Battling for P3, but Cooper's off! Cooper is off!
Oh.
Campbell had taken the lead. Now, where's that happen? The same place, the bus stop, while we were talking. Cooper loses it at the bus stop. He's forced to take a slowdown. He doesn't, he loses. Does he lose more than one position? No, but he's now got to get back fighting. He is behind Campbell. There's 640 seconds. 640 remaining, sorry. The gap between Campbell and Cooper is a second.
Oh, Cooper, he cracked. He cracked. And Campbell sailing into second place. It's all come down to this, as I said. Wait until he cracks and then strike. And he did it perfectly there. Sean Campbell in second place. Now all he has to do is run. Run away as fast as he can, because he will be the gingerbread man to the figurative thing that we're doing here. Cooper, literally, the red mist has now descended. He wants that second place back. And he wanted it back yesterday.
Meanwhile, we failed to point out Armstrong has also had a moment. It looks like Keith had a bit of a moment because he was up quite far. So what happened after he took that position? Oh, he lost it. He lost the position. Am I seeing that right? I am seeing that right. Mesery overtook him going into the bus stop, and then Armstrong has a bit more of an issue. Loses another position to Bowl in the chute, and now you've got Bowl and Mesery battling for 4th and 5th. You've got Cooper trying to catch on to Campbell. I think Bowl might want to make a move on Mesery right now. They are really close to each other. Does he go for a late braking move? He's looking. He's putting his nose there. Mesery's giving him the space that he doesn't need to, and that might help Bowl. And now he's going for the cutback. He's going for the inside. There's nothing there. So that's one to keep an eye out for. Is there a battle brewing as well in the amateurs? There is. Chatterton and Bradbury battling for P3. The Eclipse Ferrari versus the VRT Audi. The new colourful VRT from the new livery. What can they do? There's just under 5 minutes to go. Battles happening everywhere. We're on lap 15 of 17. Just 3 laps to go.
It's at times like this I appreciate the great racing. It's so good.
Can we talk about Jesse Jones though for a moment?
We can talk about Jesse Jones for a moment.
He's made up 7 places and got purple again.
There's your moment. Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, yeah. There's your moment. 12 places he's gained. He's P7. Fastest lap and all.
I mean, to be fair, if you wanted to talk about throwing down the gauntlet, there you go. I mean, 19th to 7th in a pro field that's got around 4Ki rating.
I mean, he did beat Josh Thompson this week.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
So even if there was an accident, he was leading Josh Thompson before the affirmation accident. So Jones is really showing this season that he wants that. He just lost out on a few points last season to his teammate Copa. He wants the title this year, and well, if he makes up 12 places and comes P7 in the first race without qualifying, yeah, that he put everybody on notice.
Copa, seemingly, unfortunately, the tire cooking has come back to bite him. He's actually losing the back end of Campbell, and Campbell is actually putting in faster laps than the three of the top podium. He's the fastest out of the top three. He's actually the fastest out of the top six. The only car that is faster than he is Jesse Jones, who's putting in 146. He's the only car out there to put in a 146 consistently. He's actually just put in... Oh, no, wait, he didn't just put it in. He put in a 147. I thought he just put in a 146.777.
No, that was his last lap. Yeah, that was his last lap.
Yeah, and that is purple lap for big old pros. You can see that the Copa gains back time when the speedy stuff happens, but the fact that Campbell is now got free air, it's benefited him in more ways than one, because he's able to go now I have free air. His car is probably set up for corners more than anything else, because when he's going through the boot, like here, he just gained 6/10. The gap went down to 6/10 of a second between Copa and Campbell. Now that he's gotten past him, when he went into the boot, going into the boot in the outer loop, the gap just widens like nothing else. So it's hit or miss. So Campbell needs to maximize his cornering so that he can keep enough speed. But the track out there is she toasty.
Toasty.
You're right, Ma. You want some eggs and toast with that?
remember that Mortal Kombat? Just out of nowhere, you hit the right command. Toasty. That's what you're saying. But Barney's got that white flag ready, Rob, because we're about to start the final lap of the first race. It's now 39 Celsius. It's getting hotter and hotter in here, and I'm not talking about the quality of the racing. White flag comes down. Axe has a 2-second lead. Campbell has a second gap over Copa, and then the rest of the field is very spread out. But Bowl and Armstrong go side by side into the 90. Armstrong will take back P5 to start the final lap. Great move, but hang on 1 second. Bowl's not going to be left out there. He wants some more. He's going to get in that slipstream of the S's. Jesse Jones is behind. Hello, Jesse. He's got a chance of getting a top 5 here if these two put a foot wrong. Armstrong to the inside. Bowl to the outside. They're going to be side by side coming to the breaking point. The nose is in the front there for Bowl, but he doesn't have the line. And he yields. And that brings Jesse Jones into the battle. And that looks like Armstrong having a bit of a slide like Copa. Can Bowl put his nose in? He cannot. Some good little driving between the two of them here as they both give each other the respect that they deserve.
Armstrong versus Jan Boll versus Jesse Jones. It is the meeting of Project Dynamic, Team Huskeveld, and Team RSR, Team car number 55, Team powered by Butt Kicker, Team car number 55 team.
You ruined a good moment.
Professionally done, as always, right on TV.
Oh no, Falcus! Falcus has had to tow. He was in P9. Not sure what happened to Falcus there. Unfortunately, he's had to tow with massive damage to the back there. Lost it.
No, yeah, Ball's gone. Yeah, Ball's gone.
Ball's lost it. Ball has lost it. He got tapped at the back from Jesse Jones as Jones went for the move. Meanwhile, Thomas Ack coming across the final corner. Will take the victory in the first race. Campbell will be a second and a half behind him. And he does a weave in celebration. Copa will get the P3. Misery will get 4. Armstrong, out of nowhere, will get 5th because of what happened to Bowl. Jones will get 6th. DeCourt will get 7th. Bowl gets 8th. And just coming across the line right now with 7 seconds ahead, it's Andrew Miller for the amateurs. We'll take the amateurs. And there's a sprint to the finish between Chatterton and Beaumont. It will not have, well, it'll be nothing really, because Chatterton will take it from Beaumont and Bradbury. He gets P4. I apologise to the amateur, but there was so much going on that race for us to keep focused.
Jesus. My throat. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I think. Remember when we do. Remember, Jesus. Remember when I did that Eminem reenactment at the start? I'm not gonna try that again. I already know I'm gonna break that promise, but
you go for the results. I'll get myself a drink.
Of course.
And then you can get yourself a drink when we start killing time. So I'll let you lead the results.
The results for race 1. Thomas Axe in pole position. And in P1, race winner of race 1, Sean Campbell in second place. Oscar Coper in third. Mustafa Mazrari in fourth. James T. Armstrong, IMA, top 5. Kindly mother in fifth position. Jesse Jones in sixth, a great race from him. Casper Decor in seventh. Jan Bol in eighth. Harry Wills in ninth position. In amateurs, pole position went to Andrew Miller, the Midland Sim Racing boys. I'd say they're pretty happy with today. Chris Chatterton in 11th position. In 12th was Callum Beaumont. Unfortunately, he lost out on the 1-2 for MSR. So, but, you know, there's always race 2. There's always race 2. They can come back. Ted Bradbury in 13th position overall. In 14th was Lyden Lee. Zakaria Yama in 15th. Simon Dodd, 16th. He managed to get his issues fixed. So he was a very good 6th from himself. Was it 6th? No, 7th. Very good 7th from the Dodd. Hakon Ida Lindmo in 17th position. Melvin in 18th. Lee Mahern in 19th. Christopher Hamer in 20th. Chris Wally in 21st. 22nd was Dean Timms. David Meakin in 23rd. Daniel Merchant in 24th. 25th, Eero Sulman. 26th was Jan Williams. Thomas Dandridge in 27th. 28th is Mark Fleming. Josh Falkus in 29th. Levi Johnson in 30th. Henning Haig was a lap down, as was Antonio Samarco. Will Egby, unfortunately, he just ran out of space. Well, the car ran out of patience with him and just decided to say, Will, not today, unfortunately. Milan Higgins, we saw what happened to him, unfortunately, having to come back in the second race. Louis, where have you gone? Louis Egerson, what happened? Ben Smith, 6 laps down. Mark Bailey, 7 laps down. Stefan Schlacher in 38th position, 8 laps down. Matthew Heatrick in 39th. 40th, Josh Rayfield. Taylor Lane, so unfortunate what happened to him. He Tokyo drifted it, but then the Lamborghini said, I'll put you in a wall for that. Free transgression. This ain't Formula D, this is GT3. Julian Bell in 42nd. 14 laps down. And then finally, Chris Daines, 16 laps down in 43rd. So, guys, what did you think of race 1?
I'll tell you what I think, Rob. No crashes at the S's. Everybody, give yourself a pat on the back. I mean, giving myself a pat on the back right now. Yeah, no crashes at the S's. I mean, that was a very, very good racing. That was it's press day, and I lost my voice. So if that's an indication of what we're gonna get for the whole season, who knows? Fastest lap time, by the way, was Jesse Jones, a 1:46.776. A couple other guys made the 46s, but it was only the leaders. It was only Ak who put a 46.985, and Campbell just sneaking in, just with a 46.994. So some good times there, especially, you know, when you look as well at the car selections. We saw an Audi, we saw a McLaren. What are we settling down for?
I'm going to tell you a story of the greatest race ever.
that was the greatest race ever. I don't want to repeat. John Campbell. I'm just looking at the Discord chat after, and they're having some nice nice talking, and of course they have caught the image of Ma in the car. Nice to see. And then also Sean Campbell with the Nicolas Cage helmet saying, I hope they showed my helmet. So if you're watching,
yeah, we definitely we did see your helmet.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to see it. It's a nice helmet. Did we
spent 24 hours looking at that. We spent 24 hours looking at that helmet, and you want to look at it again? Are you crazy?
It was for charity, though, that time.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was for charity.
I mean, somebody who... Neil Ciceriga, I think, put up a video of him just standing in front of a fire. Just drinking, like, champagne or something. And with his play button for, like 3 or 4 hours or something.
Did you watch the whole 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did. What do you mean? What else could I do? It's an experience. It's a poetic moment.
I've seen other people do stuff like that. What's the guy that made Overwatch? Jeff somebody. He's done that fireside where he just sits at a Yule fire and just stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and he ate a cookie or something, didn't he? Like he ate cookies for like an hour.
Oh, he had a bit of fun. Yeah, they also said he had a gift from Genji, and it was just a note saying "I need healing" or something like that. Greg, if you're watching, when we go get an iRacing one, you just you know.
Ayo, come on. You know you want it. You know you want it. By the way, don't avert your eyes. Welcome to iRacing when the server disconnects you. It's a still image.
Well, it's all right because session 2 has gone up in record time.
Wow.
We're just waiting for the second session, as you can imagine. I mean, what did you guys think of that race? What did you think of us losing our voice? I mean, that's the important thing. Does anybody know how we can get our voice back? Nope. You got nothing?
No. I think we just have to power through it and assume that we can do great things and not die.
Well, we're definitely not going to die, touch wood. Do not worry about that. If you do like what you're seeing, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button and a thumbs up. It is your first... It is the first... Right, remember, these results don't go to the season. It's press day. It's everybody just getting to know everybody, and you know, it's you know how you see those old videos from the 90s, from the old thing of, you know, you're gonna introduce yourself to each other. You know, some people like to introduce each other by just sitting around a circle and standing up from their chair and saying, "Hi, my name's Craig. I'm such and such. I drive so and so. My favorite color's blue." You know, and all that.
Did I tell you Milan bought the track during qualifying? So basically, the poor man has a collective 10 minutes with that track.
No, no. I was gonna say though, but most people they do get up and like announce everything, but these guys they basically just decide all get into a race server and just bang and trade paint. And trade paint they did in some really good racing. Where's my shopping cart Melantic in 2021? Imagine the idea. To give it his press day, imagine the idea of Louis, where? Louis, help me! This is life or death. Where's my shopping cart? Where's the shopping cart?
Oh yeah,
no, Watkins Glen isn't in it.
Practice is akin to cheating. Real men don't do practice, and those.
Well, look at NASCAR. Look at NASCAR. In an effort to get things speeded up due to the pandemic, they only had practice at one race, which was Charlotte. They only had qualifying at one race, which was Charlotte.
That's actually, you brought that onto a good point. The Pro Invitational is coming back for 2021.
And I love it. I just don't like how it's going to be midweek. That's my only gripe.
And also we're going to enjoy they're wrecking. 90 million times.
Well, the first race is going to be at Bristol Dirt, which brings me to something really interesting because I just thought, and this is something I was going to talk about iRacing. If you're loading into the session, I can talk about this because oval racing is not your forte, so you get yourself a drink. Oval racing, I just thought, oh yeah, it's not Charlotte Dirt, it's Bristol Dirt. So, hey, why not? All iRacing's going to do is just put the dirt down, told the dimensions and everything. Small issue that NASCAR is removing all the safer barriers for Bristol Dirt. So if iRacing thought all they had to do was just put the dirt texture down and put the dirt stuff down, and put the bankings right and everything, iRacing may have to go and scan Bristol. Because how do you take the track and remove all the safer barriers? It's going to be quite interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. But when you think you've got that Invitational Series, which I thought was fantastic, I think a lot of it was just stemmed from the fact that you have Fox, who came on board and did everything. Fox said, we want this. And iRacing didn't, iRacing just did the camera work. But when it came to commentary and television stuff, that was all done by Fox. So I think that helped a lot. That's not throwing shade at iRacing. If anyone's seen iRacing broadcasts, stuff like that, they do top-notch stuff. But when you've got people that do it for a living, there is a difference. iRacing do it for a living. You see what I mean? So I think a lot of the success of iRacing during the pandemic did come from what happened there. But it's one of those things that you've got to keep going. By the way, we're loading in. We've got 5 minutes to go. Rob's just taking a quick break. This is where Rob just goes to me, take over. I have to go now. My people need me. I'll be back when the race starts. And I just sit here and reminisce about motorsport and the old days and my hatred for red Ferraris on iRacing.
I heard that.
No, you didn't. Although I did see that the paint of the week on Training Paints was a Ferrari from the GT World Series last year, and I was like, yeah, that's quite nice. I think I'm converting to a red Ferrari fan again. It's gotta be yellow. It's just gotta be yellow. I'm sorry, it's gotta be yellow. Sorry, that like the yellow of some of these cars out here today. So some really nice liveries, like I was saying. A lot of these are drivers that have returned with either new teams, teams that have rebranded, teams that have had new liveries. RSR keeping the same old. Eclipse were formed and joined middle of last season, and they're in full force now with their fantastic neon style blue and purple on the black background livery. There is a beautiful photo opportunity going on right now with the entire Project Dynamic team. Oh, it's beautiful. I wish you could see it, but you're looking at trackhouse22.com and Oscar Copa's just gone, I want in this. They're on the runoff at the bus stop, all four of them. And they're just taking these fantastic photos. And I love how other cars are now like, we're going to ruin this. We're going to ruin this. Here comes Leiden Lee. Leiden Lee, VRT, Vern Racing Team. That was another team I was on about. They've had, I wouldn't say a rebranding. They've just had some new colors. They've gone for a nice new color scheme this season. I always say year instead of season. Then we've got the new guys. Henning Haig for Team Slow-Mo. That's a new team. RacingSimRigs for Chris Hamer once again back, of course, because Chris Hamer does make it Midland Sim Racing with a little bit of a rebrand. Twisted, they've got some new looks. They've got some new threads on the car. Of course, that Fiercely Forward of Taylor Lane, I have seen the Fiercely Forward car livery for a while, and it's one of those that I really do like. It's simple and effective with just the yellow and the black. Unicus Gaming, again, that is a new one for us, and they, again, another nice thing. 5-Star Motorsport. I was talking about that before. How the lines of the M4 GT3 just work really well, like the old. You remember the old Z4? I'm sure people remember the old Z4. It feels weird to say the old Z4, but both of those cars have got some really nice lines, and the 5-Stars really made it work with the new look, with the their livery. Julian Bell is out there with them, so really good to see. And of course, Huskenveld with their cars. I mean, every time I see the Huskenveld livery, I just think, wow, it just works. So I think everyone's seen the Huskenveld before. I mean, the only people that haven't done a livery change is RSR and Project Dynamic, which makes me go, come on, guys. Step it up. But we are close to racing. There's a minute left. I don't know if anyone's got any preferences on liveries that they've seen. Give you a quick rundown. It is now 5:09 p.m. in Watkins Glen, New York. Track temperature is 32 Celsius, 90 Fahrenheit, so still very warm. But it should be dropping. Humidity of 54%. As you know, that means we get a little bit more slippiness, but it's about the same to what we were seeing already. Now, if you're wondering how the second race goes, oh, thank you, Eric. It's a livery change for Sean and Neon Racing next week. That explains the preview written all across the car, which we did see. As they're about to grid, we've still got the full formation up, so it's not too much of an issue. Second race of a 2-race night is a full reverse grid, between the pros and the amateurs. So the pros will still be at the front, but the car that finished last in the pros will be first, and same with the amateurs. So it will be interesting to see. I cannot remember. I did see everything, but I cannot remember who is on front for the pros. I think it'll be Chris Daines. It will be, with Taylor Lane and Julian Bell. I think they will be there. Just off my way, and look at that, I am right. Chris Daines, Julian Bell, Taylor Lane, Louis Eggerson, Milan Tikins, Antonio Stamaraco, Josh Falkus, Chris Wally, Harry Melvin, Harry Wills, and then of course Jan Boll, Casper de Court, Jesse Jones, James Armstrong, Mustafa Mesery, Oscar Coper, Sean Campbell, and Thomas Ack. And then comes the amateurs, and the amateurs still fully loaded. Josh Rayfield will take the lead for Project Dynamic, right beside Mark Bailey for the VRT. Then Ben Smith, Will Egby, Henning Haug, Levi Johnson, Mark Fleming, Thomas Dandridge, John Williams, Eero Solman, Daniel Merchant, David Meekins, that's a VRT side-by-side there, David Timms, Chris Hamer, Liam Ahern, Hakon Edie Lindmo, Simon Dodd, Zachary Ayama, Lyden Lee. We're getting to the top now. Ted Bradbury, Callum Beaumont, Chris Chatterton, Andrew Miller, and Dennis Mesner. I gotta be honest, Andrew Miller, I think that's the one I'm really looking forward to, because that's a tough battle for him to get as many places as he can, and it's good practice because Miller dominated the first race. So it'll be interesting to see if he can dominate again, but he's at the back of this 42-car field as Chris Daines and Julian Bell leads the way. And Daines, I am touching the wood here. I've learned from the past. Chris Daines does have a victory under his belt from a reverse grid race. So, and that was Bathurst last season. So he is familiar with leading and taking the charge. And there's only, what was it? We said there's 18 pros out here today. We did have 19. I think Stefan has decided not to race in race 2. There are 18 pros out here for the second race. So it's not like the amateurs with Mark Bailey where there's like 23 cars. So he's got a bit of time. But Chris Daines, he's got to get in the lead fast, because we know what Jesse Jones can do, and he started 19th last time. and worked his way up to 6th. Well, Jesse Jones is now 13th. So there's a chance that Jones could probably get to the front by the end of the lap. We'll wait and see. No, not the end of the lap, sorry, the end of the race. It's another 30-minute race. We know what Julian Bell's like, Taylor Lane as well. We didn't see a lot of Taylor Lane after the accident. Louis Eggerson and Milan Tikins. Bear in mind, Milan Tikins is a pro driver racing for the Lamborghini Junior team in real world, so that is a challenge. Well, even with his lack of experience around here, he'll pick up the track. Remember when Nico Hulkenberg picked up the track in a qualifying section and managed to improve 5 seconds? Milan Tikins could do that. We don't know what's going to happen. So big wild card will be that Huskenveld McLaren of San Marco. Did not see a lot of it at the start because at the start of that last race. Wonder what could happen there for San Marco. Josh Falkers as well had a little bit of a moment, and then of course you've got all those guys. You've got a couple of Klitz guys of Wally and Melvin, and then come the big boys: Wills, Bold, Court, Jones, Armstrong, Misery, Coper, Campbell, and Axe. Axe has got a tough challenge. Does he just basically follow the rest of the guys at the back to get to the front and then battle, or does he just try and make his way as soon as possible? They're into the three amigos. Amigo uno, then amigo dos, as they're coming to amigo dos. Rob is back. I can hear him slurping on his drink. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Race 2 at Watkins Glen, and Rob will take you away.
As they come around, this is going to be part 2 of the proceedings, as Chris Danes is in pole position, so he is going to be leading them off. He goes. He's going at a light speed. Held them all up. Did absolutely everything that was asked of him. Wait until the start zone. He is the man to lead them away as he gets away quickly. Taylor Lane gets his position away from Louis Eggerton. Louis Eggerton having to slide in ahead of Milan Tikins, his teammate, as Antonio and Josh Falcus go side by side up the hill. That is a Team Huskenveld versus a team thing. It's a green car. I can't tell what the team name is, as Chris Wally's on the inside. Sorry, that's Antonio in the... Is that Antonio in the... He's in the out. Is he? I have no idea. I've already lost track. Pros are all the way through, all nice and dandy. No issues at all. The amateurs.
Oh, they almost went free wide into braking in the bus stop. Yama, Bradbury, and Timms. Oh wow, they went free wide. Their teammates, apart from Timms, it's the Yama and Bradbury, and they went free wide. And Timms decided, "No, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Take it." And he decided that's okay, so that's at the back of the field. And Bradbury trying to go around the outside of Yama into the chute. He might have this stuck, No, Yama just gets on as he holds onto that dirt there. It's just Bradbury. Rest of the field are not too bad. Oh my God, that scent from Bradbury. He's trying to make it work around the outside of the toe. He does, but he's blocked off now by a slow Simon Dodd. And he's going to try and go around the outside of Simon Dodd. Going into the hill, he can't go 2 for 2 for outside. He's trying. His teammate blocking him off. 2 for 2 on the outside goes Bradbury. Fantastic drive in there from Ted. And there's accident behind us. Dodge. There's Dodd locked up. No, he caught the grass. Caught the grass.
Dodd, no. Poor Dodge. Let's have a look. Did he catch the grass? Oh, he did. Oh. Everybody's around him, though. Nice and dandy. Unfortunately for Simon Dodd, that is very unfortunate for me. He's having to tow because, well, it's a precarious spot, and that's the grass. It's claimed another victim. He kept it out the wall, though.
Ted Bradbury, twice, like going around the outside of one car. Yeah, well done. You've gone around the outside. Great going. But to then repeat it in the next corner with his teammate blocking him.
He's about to get another teammate if he has anything to say about it. He's battling side by side with Liam Ahern. Is this the VRT GT Series? No, it is the RSR World Series, but he just claimed another teammate. He's going to claim another teammate. Oh, goodness gracious, Daniel Merchant. This man's just... No, he didn't. That's one more. That's 5 for 5. Sorry, that's 4 for 4.
He's gonna make it 6.
That's
He's
5
gonna
for
make it
5.
5. No. I mean, if they let him, Bud, that's just fantastic driving for Bradbury. Teammates or not, that's just a great move up the list and all up the order. Fantastic. That's, by the way, just in front of him. Is that John Williams trying to make a move on Chris Hamer? It is not. The amateurs are in full force. Ted Bradbury is just destroying this field. But, you know, Will Egby, Ben Smith, and Josh Rayfield are like 3 seconds ahead of everybody else. Josh Rayfield goes on the grass with the second amigo. Harry Melvin is off as well. He's had a big moment on the start-finish straight, Rob. Big moment. And I mean big. And it looks like there is big chaos and the caution flag is out. We've got to defuse this 1 second. Josh Falkers loses the car. Samaraco goes into the back of him. As Samaraco goes into the back, there's chaos everywhere. They both hit each other as they lose control. And I think somebody does hold on. They're trying to hold the brakes. Who goes into them? Melvin gets caught then by Jesse Jones as he hits the wall. And there's a car flying. And I'm not sure who went flying. I think that was Falkers going flying.
Falkers got his airplane. Oh.
And it's only fair that, yeah, that the... and that was Campbell. Campbell went in. Campbell went into Falkers. No, he didn't. No, he slowed down but got clipped from the back there. I mean, that was Harry Wills that clipped him. Oh, it's big chaos. Big chaos. And Campbell slowed down to hold the brakes. Harry Wills was not aware of it and hits it. So we've got a safety car. Wow.
Safety car was called just after the incident. So everybody's having to pick themselves up and dust down. And well, we have to inspect the damage, really. Yellow flag. Pace car will be coming out momentarily. Where is it?
Oh,
where's the pace car?
Wow. Sean Campbell has massive damage on that rear. Wow. And I mean massive damage. That car is... And he's got a bent wing as well, and that's not going to help him. Campbell's race might be over. Damage control. Damage reports, sir. Well, Harry Melvin's got a little bit of a dent on the back of his car. Mark Fleming's in the pits. Alawi had a little bit of damage. Falkers' Audi looks like it's just been crumpled. Samaraco has also retired. His race is done after the damage. I think the courts got a little bit of damage as well. Jesse Jones definitely got damage. Jan Boll, he got out of that unscathed. Everybody at the front got out of that fine, but that was just chaotic. I've never seen a crash that bad on the start-finish straight of Watkins Glen. Yeah, like we always say, don't we, that the S's are going to be the place where you get a massive crash. Always going to be the S's. No, not today. And also, like the last time Watkins Glen, RSR was at Watkins Glen, it was before the S's there was a big accident. So, really am surprised that it happened just there. But I've got to be honest, I do like what Chad is saying. Yellow flag does not mean pin it, and I think a lot of that could have been avoided if guys just were a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Yeah.
You're right there, Murray.
I'm Murray now, am I? Okay.
There's a flipping tree in the way. Go away! Trees! Please! Look, this is great camera work, but look at the amount of trees in the way.
Are you saying you want to cut down trees?
Yes.
Are you saying that you want to reduce the chance of CO2?
Because they ruin my camera work.
Get out of my broadcast.
Forgive me for asking this, but who founded Raidillon TV again?
Yeah, you are right. I'm just keeping my ears pinned to race control, just to see when we go live. I think because they crossed the line, then we will be 2 to green. So when they cross the line, it'll be 1 to green. Single file restarts is the key thing, and another key thing is they will have to adhere to the same start procedure as before. Now, I don't think, which is basically you don't go green on the green flag, you go when your leader goes. Now, I don't think that applies to the amateurs. I might have forgotten to check that, that little note in the rules. But with Sean Campbell, I think Campbell's got a pit. That damage is just
One lap to green. You line up on your respective sides. The pit road is closed right now.
Rob, what are you talking about? It's single file restart.
Uh-oh. Okay. Correction. 1 lap to green. It's going to be a single file restart. The pit road is closed.
Yeah, Rob does that. Yeah, he may be Irish, but he does a good Aussie impression. So,
they're doing a photo op. They're doing a photo op. The RSR team, I've caught you now, doing your photo op. Ha 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 ha. Caught you.
But you didn't catch the Project Dynamic guys doing their photo op in the bus stop earlier. It was a very nice photo op. Apart from Oscar decided I'm going to steal it, and then one of the VRT guys went, I want to join in and photobomb you. It was pretty funny.
Somebody's going on the grass. Oh, it's an Audi. An Audi's being a lawnmower. Oh, he's trying to cool his tires down. Oh dear. Oh dear.
We all know what happens when a car goes on the grass around here. Mark Fleming, good evening. On the chat, Mark Fleming. Brad pre-Q for me, but hopefully better at Donington. Yeah, fingers crossed, Mark. Unfortunately, it's just one of those races with Watkins Glen. You can still see the temperatures just there. 27 kilometers. That wind, that is quite a wind, actually. I am surprised. So, but the 32 Fahrenheit's still there. The 32 Fahrenheit? If it was 32 Fahrenheit, we wouldn't be racing right now.
If it was 32 Fahrenheit, I'd have questions as to if the track is even drivable.
I mean, put some rubber down,
One of the RSR boys keeps wanting to they really want to warm their tire or cool their tires. I'm pretty sure it is Coper.
Yeah, Coper's the front guy. So that gives you the idea. Yeah, Oscar. Just because it's not an official race doesn't mean you can rack up 1X's. Come on, good boy. What did I say?
We've been shown the black flag. We need to be serious about the competition, otherwise we won't be allowed to race.
Right, anyway, pace car will be coming in. They're starting their 3 corners to go. Chris Daines leads them off. Remember, it is single file, and the clock has not stopped. 18 minutes remaining when they cross the line, give or take a few seconds. God, I forget how slow the pace car is around here. You try and build yourself up. You try and basically hype everything up, and then they just take it away from you with this very slow pace lap. It's the pace car's fault. The pace car will dive in very quickly. Yup, there it goes. Daines will hold. He holds. Look at him holding. Green flag. Now he goes. He catches them. Brilliant catch off there. And then I think there's been a little bit of bumping behind, or is that just a little bit of the engines just going on? But who's going to be making the moves down into the first corner? Does Wally make a move? No. He's trying to go around the outside of Malantikis, but he's got Jan Bol around the outside of him. But he can't get anything, but Jan Bol is going to be losing a position of Jesse Jones if he's not too careful. Jesse Jones overtaking Oscar Coper, though, and it looks like that they're going to go side by side up the Estes. Bol, Jones, it's Suskinville versus RSR. Bol does hold on to it as they now go in, out of the Estes, down the straight, into the inner loop. Battles up ahead, though, and Jeff Taylor Lane takes the lead from Chris Daines and fiercely go forward to first place. Had they overcut it in the Estes, though? No, he holds on. And now is there any other position to look at? Coper does take back that position from Jesse Jones. Everybody's bunched up again. Welcome to the pain train.
And the amateurs this time are all directly behind the lead pro field. So Josh Rayfield is going to have to tiptoe, would be the word. Make sure that he doesn't, well, go too fast. I think that's the word for it. Because if he goes too fast, he'll run into the back end of the boys. And he does not want to go into the back end of a Ferrari. I wouldn't think so.
That'd be expensive. That would be very expensive. Oh no! Lane's lost it! Lane's lost it into the first Amigo! Into the first Amigo, Lane's clipped the grass! And Danes retakes the lead. Now where did Taylor Lane come out though?
Fourth position.
That's good. To lose that car, hold it like he did, and still keep P4 is fantastic.
Why?
But right behind him.
Why does he love his fascination of Tokyo drifting it? I mean, I know he's not doing it intentionally, but at least he held it this time. Oh!
Also, just in the lead, is that Julian Bell trying to do the over-under on Chris Danes? No, it isn't. But I think Bell's looking for it. Louis Eggleston, he wants to avenge what happened. He wants to avenge what happened in Canada. And he wants to try and just catch up here. Look at the speed gap, though. He's right there. Taylor Lane's right there. Oh, Danes wanted to go left. Do not do this, Louis. Do not do this, Louis. He's going in the middle. We're going 3 wide. He put the brakes on. They're 2 wide. And he put the brakes on. That could have been very dangerous for all 3. Make it 4. Taylor Lane wants positions back. He's trying to go around the outside of Eggleston. He can't. He's in a Project Dynamic sandwich. And he's got the right car in front. But he's got the car he doesn't want behind. It's that Milan Tikins.
Milan Tikins going to be applying the pressure. The man of 10 minutes practice fame, otherwise known as he didn't cheat with practice, as he's got Jan Ball behind him. So it's going to be Team Hutzgeweld and Team Fiercely Forward in a sandwich between the 2 Project Dynamics. They're going to want to try and get as far up the field as possible, but it is literally a pain train. Chris Wally's in the pits. He's at the toe. Unfortunately, he, I think, has lost. Oh, yeah. Damage. Oh, dear. Oh, no. No. Oh. Side by 2 by 2 going up the hill. 3 wide with the RSR boys. Oh, that is some serious. Oh, my goodness gracious. I think that's some serious netcode. Have a look at this.
That's a shame. That is a shame. As you're watching that, you're not missing anything on the screen as I am keeping you up to date. It's Radio Craig.
Look at this. Look at this netcode.
iRacing. Can we talk?
What?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, oh no, and the car behind, that is an RS, I think, yeah, it is an RS car. Tried to avoid it, but you went actually towards Chris Wally, and that is one out of shape car. No! Oscar
Cooper almost wrecking the lead amateurs. Oy, that was a bit risky there. Cooper almost did what Eggleston did, but he gets past Melvin. He's also got, he gets around Melvin, but now he's got Will Egby, who's the lead amateur car. Just got to be careful right now. Rayfield is also in a little battle with Dandridge after P2 and P3, and Henning Haug is right there as well for Team Slow-Mo in 4th position as they continue to battle. Copa needs to get by. No idea what's happened to Copa for him to drop that far, but he needs to get by, and he's not enjoying this right now. Another off-track. Look, oh no, hold it. He's not enjoying it right now. You can tell that for sure. I mean, while he's doing that, this train at the front, have you seen it? It's 6, it's 7, 8, 9 even. I'm calling that 9. I'm calling that a 9-car train. There is no serious gaps between those 9 cars. Make it 10. Let's chuck Harry in. I mean, if you want to talk paint, if you want to talk a train, this is it. This is brilliant. The court, by the way, goes purple. 147.6. Bell is battling Eggerson. Now, it's always crucial. You can take a lot of runoff there at the 90. but you're gonna affect your speed, and that's what's happening right now. As Eggerson looks like he's got a little bit of a run on Julian Bell. Bell will have to go on the defense. There's nowhere to go though. Oh, there's nowhere to go. In fact, they're almost going 3 wide. Look at the closing speed there from Bell onto Danes. The BMW is really strong going up this hill, but that Lamborghini is just stronger. And it's amazing what these speed differences are giving as they continue to bunch up. And this is going to be the issue. How close they are right now. If you're the second car of 3, if you want to try and make, and you've got the guy behind you trying to make a move, he can't because you're trying to tap that guy. Yeah, wow. This is, look at it. And that Milan Tikin's making a move up the outside of Taylor Lane. They touch, but he does make it. But Lane has lost a couple positions. Oh, he's going down the back of this train right now. He's going down the back, and Jambo looks like he wants to try and go around the outside of the hill. Can't make it on Milan Tikin. Milan Tikin's overcooked it. Oh, in and out, just like that from Jambo. Brilliant move. And can he hold it into the... No, Tikins goes again. Wow. So, Tikins overcooks it and loses the position, then overcooks it and wins the position.
You could say it's a well done move. Haha. I'll see myself out. Anyways.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's not what I was meant to show. I put the battle over
Good
the
gaps.
details. Yeah, some great gaps,
gaps.
except they clashed a lot. Oh my god.
So all that battling. Oh my god, yeah. Oh dear. Jan Bolt's put himself in the wrong position because behind him is Capita Court and then Jesse Jones. Oh, these 4, there's going to be danger. If you're an oval driver, you know when danger's coming. And this is danger. Milan Tikin to the inside, Jan Bolt to the outside, and Bolt has to yield. He can't even go too wide or make a good line into the in a loop. And he's going to lose time on Capita Court right here. The court's going to go around the outside of the outer loop. Yes! Can he hold it? He can't. He cannot get the overlap. He cannot hold it. But it's getting very tight. When they all bunch up, heading up the hill, it just feels like there's going to be carnage, but they're all keeping it clean, keeping their noses dry. But now comes the chaos when they're into this section, the boot section. And again, look, the court tries to go outside and inside, and look, Jesse Jones realizes this and he's trying to force the issue inside now. That they're all trying to find, with 9 minutes to go, they're trying to find something. And Thomas Axe, unfortunately, has lost it. He pushed it too hard. And did he just cut the grass? Yeah, he cut the grass and just lost that car.
Oh, you can even hear it. And that's him out of the group. You can just have a quick replay of that as you can see. Oh, there it is. That's the RSR car going around. The grass has claimed another victim. Taylor Lane's gone. Did he blink?
No, he's gone. Oh no, he lost it. Lost it in the second Amigo, and he just F forward.
Oh.
Completely lost the car.
Just not having a good day.
Yeah, that is a shame. That is a shame. That's a shame for him as well. The heat, I think the heat is just really causing...
Oh no, Casper the Court's gone.
And that's heavy damage to the back of the court. He was going side by side with Bowen. Dare I say it? More net code. Side by side with Bow. And who gets the worst off at this? Unfortunately, it's the court.
What happens?
Just netcode. Just.
Oh, that is some spicing. Oh. Oh dear. Oh
yep.
Dear. Oh dear.
That is iRacing. The 24 Hours of Daytona isn't on anymore. Can we have some better? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Can we have some service, please?
There. So we do have battles. The court is now down in 8th position. Bowles trying to battle Milan Tikins. These two, you know, this big train of 10 have now finally split up. The front three in their own little battle. Danes, Bell, Eggerson. Tikins is battling Bowl. Bowles trying to find a way around the pro driver. Not sure we'll be able to find anything. We'll wait and see. Lamborghini's got some good top-end speed right now. This Project Dynamic car is really working well, but this BMW Husqvarna, look at it. Look at it, side by side into turn 1 into the 90. Bowles later on the braking with that GT3 M4. He gets it. He goes a little bit wider. That's the line he's been taking all race. He might have Teekins set up or overtake. But Teekins, he sees a familiar face in his rear mirror. It's Jesse Jones. And Jesse Jones is out for, well, let's say revenge. He's out for more vengeance over Teekins. What can happen through this? He has to wait. Nowhere to really make a move going into the inner loop. But Teekins goes wide. They almost touch. As Jones has to go on the deep end. And Harry Will sees this and thinks maybe I can catch up with them. But Teekins and Jones has now lost the slipstream of Bowles. And Jones wants to continue going. He's going to try around the outside of the chute. Can't make it work. And that's going to, well, it's going to cost him a little bit. Making that move, I think.
It's going to be a 15-lap race, I do dare say.
I would hope it's a 15-lap race. That's what I've got. That's what I've got on my screen at the moment. Now we haven't talked much about the amateurs. That's because there's not much going on in the amateurs at the moment. Will Egby is a second in the lead of Josh Rayfield. Thomas Dandridge is battling P3 against Henning Haig, who's got James Armstrong, a pro driver, so a couple of pro drivers behind them. So top 4 of the amateurs are just all mixed up in the middle of the back of the pro drivers at the moment. That real battle is Thomas Dandridge versus Henning Haig at the back, at the P3 area of the amateurs. But meanwhile, at the front, Danes is starting to pull away from Julian Bell. A 147.749 last lap. As Julian Bell can only put in a 48.141. And Eggerson practically matching him with a 191. These two are going to be having a little battle themselves at the front of the field. Meanwhile, Bowles is going to be fighting Teekins for 4th and 5th, with Jesse Jones still there trying to play spoiler. And, well, Jones is known to play spoiler when it comes up to working his way through the field, doing what he can tonight. Another 7 places made up, by the way. So he made up, what? 9 places in the first race, 7 places in the second race. Teekins has gone wide in the chute, and Jones is going to make up position number 8. And P5 is the RS Star guy, Jesse Jones, right there in P5. And I think he is now looking to catch up to Jan Bowles. And Bowles now, he's nowhere near Eggerson, as he's just in a little bubble. But very shortly that bubble will be burst, as Jesse Jones will be on his tail. But don't count Teekins out of it yet. Jesse Jones has to defend Teekins. And a man who has no practice at this track versus a guy who drives this a lot. Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to Jones on paper. Right, keep going as we see. I tell you what, the pit lane is just it's a graveyard at the moment. We had a lot of cars out. We're at 13 cars retired after everything that went on. Jesse Jones going purple, 147.5. That's a great time there. It's actually a 47.471, sorry. It was rounded up to the nearest 10th. Jan Bowles for 47.602 is the only man that can come close to him. But, you know, that's almost a 10th. That's over a 10th. So Jones is catching up to Bowles, but Eggerson is right on the back of Julian Bell. Now, can Eggerson make him move? They're bumper to, well, they're nose to bumper. No, they're technically bumper to bumper. I always get that wrong. I really shouldn't be left to my own devices sometimes.
You really shouldn't.
No.
I was
really
leaving you to your own devices. That was a mistake.
Yeah, big mistake. Sorry. Hang on 1 second. Is that Bell going a little bit wide into the toe? I'm doing your mistake now into the toe. It is, but I don't think Eggerson can make this move. It would be a very late braking if he wanted to go for this, or he is trying to go for this. Oh, he forces it in, but he's overcooked it. He's overcooked it. He's forced Bell wide. And they're going to go side by side into the first Amiga, but Bell's got the inside. Yeah, I think that was a bit too ambitious there from Egerton. It does bring Jan Boll into the fray, as does Jones. Look how much Jones has gained. He's gained half a second over Tikins as Jones is in that slipstream of Boll. We're coming down to the final lap. Danes is 2 seconds in the lead. Bell having to fend off Egerton. Egerton having to fend off Boll. Boll having to worry about Jones. And Jones is just thinking, well, Tikins can't catch me. Top four of the top 5 in a battle at the moment. And Boll continues to try and battle Egerton. Oh, Rob, this is going to be a fantastic final lap.
It's going to be top 5 Bants in... Oh, Thomas Dangerous, he's blinking exceptionally hard on my watch list. Please don't blink. As Jan Boll and Louis Egerton go side by side coming up to the bus stop. Does anything happen? Oh, no, actually. Jan Boll pulls out of it. But does Jesse Jones want to reply? He's going to sit behind the car of the Team Huskenveld M4 GT3. And just keeping it tight coming into the boot. He's actually locked the rear end. He's actually lost the rear end of Louis Egerton, who, surprisingly enough, is actually not last.
Don't jinx it.
I probably already have jinxed it.
You probably already have jinxed it, yeah. That's not a good thing. Bell, I think he can breathe a little bit of sigh of relief as Egerson's just under pressure and unable to attack on this final lap, as these guys are just trying to find something, trying to find a way through. You can see Jesse Jones trying to find something. It's not going to happen. I was just trying to say it's not going to happen. Can they do anything a little bit side by side? But it's nothing. Chris Danes will come around the final corner. He's going to make it a second career RSR reverse grid race victory. Julian Bell's in a last gasp battle. It's not going to work. So these 4 cars are all going to finish the way they started that lap. Bell, Egerton, Boll, Jones, and Tikins. I mean, a reduced race due to the safety car, but some great racing by everybody. And Josh Rayfield Will Egby, comes home with the win for the amateurs. And Josh Rayfield in his first race, well, technically his first race night of the series for the press day, gets a P2, which is very good. And Henning Haig does get that P3 for Team Slow-Mo after the unfortunate crash in his first race. So really good racing around there for the amateurs. Like I said, it was a shame we couldn't see a lot of the amateurs with the accident. It was just so hard to just keep focused because the front was just so tight.
As they come around, let's get them results up on your screens. You can read them at this time.
I will indeed. Chris Danes does take that win. Started first, finished first. After Julian Bell, well, he started second and he finished second. Louis Egerton rounds off the podium and he comes home in P3. Then Jan Boll made up 7 places to finish 4th. Jesse Jones made up 8 places to finish 5th. The Milan Tikins comes home in 6th. And then we see the winner of the amateurs, Will Egby. Overall 7th, wins the amateurs. Cathy de Court will be 8th. And then P2 for the amateurs is Josh Rayfield. And then P3 for the amateurs is Henning Haig. And there's some good battles at the end there. James Armstrong, sorry, didn't go well for you today. Comes home there for the pros, followed by Thomas Dandridge. And then also Harry J. Melvin and Thomas Ack. Shout out to Thomas. That's a really good result after, starting at the back of the pros to get where he did. But unfortunately, I think that wreck did cause a lot of the issues. Levi Johnson then comes next. And Ted Bradbury, 22 places made up overall. I think he gets a top 5 in the amateurs. I just go check that too. Yeah, he gets 5th in the amateurs. So what a drive from Bradbury. And Callum Beaumont and Daniel Merchant. Oscar Coper finishes all the way down the field. Unfortunately, did not have a good race at the end there. Chris Chatterton made up 20 overall on the track, and he comes home as he did in 20th. Liam Mahern as well, another amateur driver. Lyden Lee, Linmo, then Harry Wills, and then Yama Mark Bailey and Ira Solman will round out those on the lead lap. And then Simon Dodd and David Meakin were a lap down. Andrew Miller finishes 3 laps down. Taylor Lane, we did see what happened to him. He finished 6 laps down. And Sean Campbell, unfortunately, after the the issues, he finishes 7 laps down. Then the big one happened at the start-finish line, and Chris Hamer, John Williams, Dean Timms, Dennis Meisner, and Ben Smith all finished 8 laps down. Chris Wally finished 9 laps down, as did Mustafa Mezzeri. They finished 9 laps down. Sam Morocco and Valkers finished 13 laps down, and Mark Fleming, unfortunately, finished 14 laps down.
And that is that for press day. So, are you ready for race 1?
If it's gonna be like that, yes, I am. But I mean, let's just bring in Mr. Harry Wills. I think, Mr. Harry Wills, that you have had a very successful press day for the league.
Yes, I think it's gone really well, and I think obviously there's a few. Look, there's no points involved. People might be driving a little bit beyond what they normally do, trying to prove their point and stamp their authority, and that's cool. It's press day. We're going to get it. But I think really on the whole, I think the racing was good. There was some good packs. There was some really good racing. And yeah, I mean, chuffed a bit. I'm really chuffed of the standards that we had. And, there might be a few little screws that we need to tighten up. But apart from that, it's great. And you guys did great on here as well. So well done, guys.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Although I just forgot to save the replay because I really thought that those moves from Ted Bradbury were like... going around the outside twice.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah. But,
yeah.
We won't talk about your race, because I think you got caught up in the big one.
I got caught up in the big one, and then I got caught up in me trying to find some talent that obviously wasn't there, and span a couple of times and got all out.
Hold on. Harry Wills has talent.
No. That was why. That's a pretty important point. I was trying to find some. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a complete miscommunication there, Craig. I haven't got any, and I was trying to find some about halfway through that second race and realised that there wasn't any around. So, but yeah, look, it was good. Hopefully, all the guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, everyone watching enjoyed it. And we go to Donington in a week's time, which is my home track. It's about 20 minutes from my front door, and if I have a race like that there, then I really will be a bit. Upset is the polite way of putting it.
Now, Harry, do remind people it's not just any Donington; it's the national layout. We don't go GP.
No.
So the best layout,
the proper layout, the touring car layout, the one where you've got some elements of fun involved. I just think the Melbourne Loop always feels like a bit of a drag. It's kind of like a weird sort of. It's like having the Mona Lisa and then putting a spot on her. It just kind of doesn't work. But you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I think we've put a lot of work into the season, and there've been a fair few rule changes. And I think on the whole, it was really good. So, yeah, I'd like to say a big thanks to Chris Hamer, who unfortunately had a bit of a bad race there and got caught up with one of the drivers. And I know he's a little bit upset, but I'm sure I'm sure a bottle of wine will probably sort that out for him. But yeah, big thanks to him for supporting the series and obviously putting the prizes up as and being a sponsor of it. And a big thank you for you guys for promoting it as well.
Pleasure is always ours.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you get ready. Get ready. Get yourself psyched up for next week.
Absolutely.
2 30-minute races at Donington. And then, of course, if anybody wants to know the schedule, we can always provide you with the schedule on elsewhere. But just a quick rundown: it's 2 races at Donington, endurance at Daytona, two races at Road America, 2 races at Interlagos, an endurance at Spa, 2 races at Sebring. The big endurance round 7. Mark it on your calendar. March 17th, the Nordschleife combined. Then 2 races at Olin Park, 2 races at Road Atlanta. We finish with an endurance race at Monza. The next 10 weeks are going to be fantastic, and you're going to be busy driving, and then he runs the league, so make sure you're in his good books. But I don't know if you've got anything else to add, Rob.
I don't know, other than My name has been Robert O'Brien.
Oh, and my name's been Craig King, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Sorry, Rob, because we haven't shielded. We've got to do it because
I forgot about that.
don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, ladies and gentlemen. Check out our Discord underneath the video, and shout out to trackcams22.com. We're back. Raidillon TV's back Friday, 1900 GMT, European Sprint Series at the Nordschleife. It's going to be fantastic. But we'll start that all again, Rob, because I think your name is
Robert O'Brien.
Yeah, my name I think is Craig King. So I think this is Raidillon TV.
And it is definitely the only corner you need. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.